I just wanted to re-highlight the populations that I'm talking about, because it's very easy to get them muddled in with bigger, more capable populations. So I'm thinking about people who cannot give informed consent because they do not have the intellectual capacity to anticipate a future, to remember a past. They can't use experiences where you build on past experience because they don't have that intellectual capability to do that. And then I'm also thinking about people like that who don't have a reliable adult. Not that they're not cared for, they might have really wonderful care teams who look after them and want the best for them, but they don't know them in the same way that a parent knows a child, that a sibling knows a sibling. You know, they don't have that close connection. For all the best will in the world, you can't just suddenly magic that up out of places. And then we're also thinking about people whose intellectual impairments are so significant that they cannot use standardised forms of communication, alternative augmentative forms of communication, because they all rely on an intellectual understanding. And I think, although these are a tiny, tiny group, when we look at how we facilitate consent or assent for this population, it obviously has a protective effect for them, but it also has a reflective, positive ripple through those other more capable populations. Because think about it, have you ever disagreed with your mum about what was best for you? Or, you know, would your sibling always choose correctly for you? Proxy voice, no matter how well informed, can you hear the bleeping? That's the laundry done. Is always a second best option from hearing from the person themselves. When you're giving consent, you want it to be your personal consent. And if we have more tools, I'm not saying in any way take away proxy voice, because it will always be best, but those proxy voices look for ways of understanding their loved one, and if we can develop more tools for that, then we can hear more from the most vulnerable and enable more hearing from those with increased vulnerability. Now I have to go and take the washing out.